What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to have another look at the release schedule of the One Piece trading card game. This video should be going up right around Christmas time, and hopefully by now you are all very excited about the One Piece card game, as am I. And by now you're probably wondering about what's coming out in the future. Well, wonderful news, ladies and gentlemen. That's where I come in. Now, we do have a bunch of things that have been revealed and we know are coming. And the weird thing is, we don't have any English release dates officially, but we do have release dates that have been listed on distributor websites, which I think is going to have to do for now. Although, as a side note, these dates that are listed on distributor websites do generally end up being right. The hit rate is like really good. Do please just bear in mind that although they're generally correct, and I believe them, these are not confirmed release dates until they're up on the official website. So the next thing that is going to be released, next thing to get excited about, is on the 3rd of February, where we've got Starter Deck 5, the Film Edition. This is listed as Q1 officially, but like I've said, we believe it's coming out then. That makes sense. This is the next thing to get excited about, other than, of course, your, reprints of Romance Dawn and such. Now, this is the one that is very much featured after the One Piece movie. Now, it was a budget starter deck over in Japan. We have seen nothing to suggest that's the case here. Don't expect it to be cheap like it was in Japan. I'm sorry. And what we've got here is a Shanks leader. Activate main once per turn, Don -3. And your film-type characters gain 2,000 power during this turn. And then your designated super rares, it's a purple deck, of course. Your designated super rares in this deck, there are two, obviously, are Uta, it had to be, and Douglas Bullet. I'm not going to go through the whole deck, I've covered this on the channel, but I do think it's worth reminding ourselves of the leader and the super rares because, I don't know, they're pretty gosh darn cool. And then after that, we've got another starter deck coming out on March the 10th, so just over a month later. Again, this is listed as Q1, but we believe the March the 10th release date. And this is going to be Starter Deck 6, Navy. Now, this is your black starter deck. This is, of course, the debut of black in the One Piece card game. And we've got ourselves a Sakazuki leader. This is activate main once per turn, pay 3. And then you can trash a card in your hand to KO one of your opponent's characters that costs 0. That is very much one of the themes of these black cards. They really, really like deleting characters that have 0 cost and reducing the cost of your opponent's characters in order to get there. It's pretty cool. Your designated super rares in this starter deck are Smoker. Adore the artwork on this Smoker. And if there's a 0 cost character in play, you get double attack. So it's not just deleting 0 cost characters, it's also taking advantage of them. And then you've got Monkey the Garp as well, which I'm less excited about, but this one has seen a bunch of play. And this, like I say, is your debut of black in the One Piece card game. But also on March the 10th, we've got the release of Op02 Paramount War. And this is the kind of thing that Bandai love doing. We see this in the Digimon card game all the time as well. They love releasing starter decks on the same day as actual set releases. And we're going to see that for set 3 in a moment as well. This all makes perfect sense. Obviously, if I don't have the English images of the starter decks, booster packs, etc., I will be showing you, well, the Japanese version, because I kind of have to. Now, this is bringing in some cool stuff. It's bringing in Edward Newgate, a very interesting leader, the only 6,000 power, the only 6 life, and this one is seeing a bunch of play over in Japan at the moment. It's also bringing in the big Edward Newgate 9 cost character, but it's bringing in cards like Curly the Dan that lets you search for a 1 cost character, and other super important cards like Makino, that gives one of your 1 cost characters plus 3,000 power, and basically Red Rush gets really, really good in OP02. It does become the best deck by a bit of a margin. It's absolutely crushing in Japan right now. Your secret rares are Kazan and Uta, and I do think secret rare Kazan makes a huge difference and makes black decks way better, because on your turn, all of your opponent's characters get -5 cost. Really starts to unlock that deck. Although it is a 10 cost, which is very expensive. And there is a manga card in the set. It's Manga Ace. So if you are one of those people that is going after those really, really expensive, hard-to-get cards, they've got you covered. For my money, there is another Akira Egawa card in this set, which I am absolutely adoring. It is the Monkey D. Luffy. And yeah, this is my chase card for the set because I love what Akira Egawa is doing in the One Piece TCG. It's just making me happy, ladies and gentlemen. It's making me really, really happy. And then we've got a listing for Starter Deck 7, Big Mum Pirates. Now, this is listed as Q2 on the official website, but we got a distributor date here of the 30th of June. Again, this is not an official date, but it does seem pretty believable now, doesn't it? And this is the debut of Yellow in the One Piece card game. Now, we've got Charlotte Lin is coming in as your first Yellow leader here. And we still don't fully understand Yellow. We've seen a few Yellow cards. We've talked about it on this channel. We don't have a huge grasp on Yellow like we do the other characters, but we have seen enough to start understanding. Because Charlotte Lin, when attacking Don X2, you can add a card from the top or bottom of your life to your hand, and if your life is at 2 or less, you can place a card from your hand to the top of your life. Basically, what Yellow tends to do is take life from you, or manipulate your opponent's life, i.e. swap out the top cards, and then take advantage of that fact. We saw a character that has Rush, just so long as you've got fewer life than your opponent. That's the super rare Charlotte Katakuri, and actually the other designated super rare in the deck is Charlotte Lin. There is a character version of her as well. So, that all makes perfect sense now, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? I think it does. So that's something to look forward to on the 30th of June. And also on the 30th of June, we've got Op03 Pillars of Strength. Now, we've just started the reveal process, or, over in Japan they've started the reveal process for Op03. So I can't tell you a huge amount about this set. Sorry about that. We have seen leaders like Charlotte Katakuri, Rob Lucci, and Arlong. But the most exciting thing about this set that we've seen so far is that there's actually a new rarity. We've seen that Rob Lucci in this kind of rarity. So there is a question at this stage as to whether we are getting a new manga card in the set or whether this is replacing the manga cards. Incidentally, because it's Christmas, I did make this video a few days in advance. So if they do reveal a manga card between now and then, I really hope I remember to swap it in. But if they reveal it and I don't, please give me a break. It is Christmas after all. Now, that's what we've got revealed for English at the moment. Those are the only things that we know are coming. Incidentally, they have all been listed on the English website with an approximate date. We've not seen full reveals or any of that, but we have been told they're coming. There are a couple of other things that have been revealed for Japan. Now, they've had Starter Deck 7. They're getting that on January the 21st. That's been revealed. We've also got a date for Japan for Op03 of February the 11th. But again, that's the same thing we've just seen. They've just got an official release date for it. But they've also got 2 starter decks coming on March the 25th, and that is the Luffy and Yamato starter decks, Starter Deck 8 and Starter Deck 9. Now, we've honestly not seen very much for these at all. Basically, what we've seen is the front of the box. And we know that Starter Deck 9 has Yamato as a leader. And we know that Starter Deck 8 has Luffy as a character. And we know that because that's what's on the front of the box. Yamato is clearly a yellow leader, mono leader, 5,000 power, 5 life. And Luffy is clearly a black character, 5,000 power, counter plus 1,000. But it is called the Luffy Starter Deck. So, I mean, come on. And you can literally see it says, above One Piece card game, it says, side Monkey D. Luffy. And then above that, it says Starter Deck. My Japanese, it's starting to come along. I'm starting to get there. But the point is, I would expect a Luffy leader, but it's not confirmed. So, we're expecting a black Luffy leader, but wait till it's confirmed before we can say for absolute certain one way or the other. And they're the only 2 things that have been released over or revealed in Japan at the moment. Obviously, if anything else is revealed, I shall let you know. I should mention there is an official playmat, which is coming out in Japan on March the 25th. And we got our first official frame, which is coming out on April the 29th. They have both been revealed, which is quite nice. We do have a distributor listing for that playmat, I should mention. It's currently being listed for June 2023. We don't have an exact date. I've not seen a distributor listing for the frame, so I'm afraid I can't give you a date for that. It is worth noting that the frame is the same as the frames we've seen for Pokemon, and those frames have not made their way over here. But then again, there's plenty of Japanese merch, which is released for Pokemon in Japan, that doesn't make its way over here, whereas we've not seen that for One Piece. One Piece, generally, if it's released in Japan, it's released over here. So I don't know if we're going to be getting this frame or not, honestly. I really hope we are. But the fact that we've seen a load of these for Pokemon and none of them have been released over here, that does leave me with a little bit of trepidation. Fingers crossed, I suppose, ladies and gentlemen. Fingers crossed. There are a couple of other little things, of course, which have been revealed. The Playmat and card case has been, well, it's been up on Premium Bandai for pre-order. I told you about that before. That's coming out in July. The Premium Card Collection is also coming out in July, has also been up for pre-order over on Premium Bandai. And then the Playmat and Storage box set is coming out in August, and that's actually still up for pre-order on Premium Bandai. That pre-order ends on January the 10th. So there we go. That's what's coming out, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you should be getting excited about. And frankly, I'm excited about all of this, and maybe you should be too. But I want to know what you're excited about. I want to know what you're looking forward to. I want to know anything you want to tell me. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel. You can get some bonus podcasts where I answer all of your questions. You can join a Discord and chat with us, and just generally have an awful lot of fun. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.